What is going on, Obscure Mic people? It's me, Bark, not in the studio, in the old green screen with the Saramonic SRBV1. I'm bringing you something that you may not have ever seen before, and it is interesting. It is the, let me see if I can get a good shot here. Oh, it's upside down. It's the Cloudlifter cable. This is a cable with a Cloudlifter built into the cable. I got this on Amazon for I think $30. You get 22 decibels of clean gain. And again, everything is built into the cable, which is kind of mind-blowing. And the cable is braided. It's a braided cable, really nice nylon braided cable. And it does have a very easy click. One way that I decide on XLRs, so many of them do the job, but are they easy to get in and out? And that's all, to me, dependent on the click button, how smooth that click button is. And this has got a pretty smooth one. It feels a lot like my Fluid Audio cable that came with the stuff that Fluid Audio sent me, which is really cool. But in the box with the Cloudlifter cable, you just get a couple of these red Velcro thingies. And of course, the cable. Currently, I have the Saramonic SRBV1, which is a gain-hungry dynamic. I have it plugged directly into the Behringer UM2. And if you can see there, I've got the gain, which is very hard to see on this, but there's your little bubble there. I've got it almost maxed out. Almost maxed out. And I use the Behringer UM2 for the sake of knowing that the preamp in this thing is fairly pedestrian. It does a good job, but it is nothing special. Now, again, I don't really feel necessarily the need for this cable with this mic, with this interface. But for your Procasters, your RE20s, and your SM7Bs of the world, I think you're going to need something if you have a cheaper interface. Now, I am glad I used this because I am almost maxed out and I am just barely hitting the levels I want to hit. So this is a pretty good test subject. I think it's good enough. And ironically, the Saramonic SRBV1 sounds a lot better going through the Behringer UM2 than what it sounded on the review I did, I think. Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, let's wire up the Cloudlifter cable and test this thing out. By the way, I'm going to post a link to this thing on this video. Okay, there's 5 left on Amazon at $39.95. 5 left. I have a feeling this is one of those products that once it's gone for a long time. Let's see what we can get out of this cable with Phantom Power UM2 SRBV1. Okay, so I feel like I've got about the same levels on the mic. I'm trying to decipher if this changes the tone of the mic any at all. And if I had to say so, I feel like it takes just a little tiny bit of sizzle off the top. I could be wrong there. Slight, super slight. But the Cloudlifter cable, I'll be quiet so we can hear if there's any noise introduced. Again, not in my studio. I'm upstairs in my makeshift studio. And if you remember where the gain dial was, it was really up there, probably about 92% on the gain dial. Now we've got this thing down to right there. So about, what, 930? Little dots there on 930. So I probably have the gain cranked up to, well, I wouldn't say cranked up. The gain is barely up at all. Here, I'm going to turn it down. That's it right there. And there is still some sound coming through, even with the volume all the way down. I'm going to slowly creep that up just a little bit to get close to the same levels I was at before. And I think that's about there. Yeah, 930. So really close there, but the Cloudlifter cable, to me, is a quite a success. I bumped the gain up just a tiny bit more because I was a little under 930. But that's a success to me. I think that sounds really good. $39.95, 5 of them left. The reason I'm pumping this video out from upstairs today is because I want you to be able to go grab the last 5 or add this to your watch list and keep an eye out on it, because taking a taking a preamp out of your line altogether and just having a cable to use as a mic lifter is a genius idea. An absolutely genius idea. And I believe they took the mic preamp and it's basically 2 pieces, and one is in one end and one is in the other. So, you know, the XLR in is on the in and the out is on the out. So they basically took a preamplifier board, just I guess it's a tiny bit smaller than what you can get in the Clark CT1 preamp. It was a little smaller, but snapped in 2 and put in each side of the XLR. I think that is absolutely brilliant. And I think if you can grab one, you should grab one. I will do an update on this after a while. Hopefully this lasts the test of time, stands the test of time, I should say. But I'm going to use the crap out of this thing to see if it does. I'm going to use it on every dynamic that I use for every project for a while to see what happens, because I understand not wanting to put an inline preamp in because it can be kind of annoying. But what about if you use dynamics primarily, just buying this cable as your full-time cable? I am a big fan, at least initially, of this product. And if you love clean setups and you have dynamic mics that you want to use, by all means, I am highly recommending this. Hopefully for the future too, but for now, absolutely recommending it. Link down below. Thanks for watching another Obscure Mic video. I'll talk to you guys next time. Be sure to use the link down there so it helps Obscure Mics. We're poor over here. Just poor. You know, I've had this hat for like 12 years. Peace out.